Welcome back to the Paint and Pendulum. It's Sunday night. It is time to continue the adventure of the party. This is a live play Dungeons and Dragons night every Sunday night. Most Sunday nights. Every Sunday night we're able to put it together, which is most Sunday nights. Did I say Sunday? It's Sunday. And it is 7 p.m. We're going to play Dungeons and Dragons. We played last week. And the party got back to the main city of Broadwalk. They went to the tavern because what else would you do when you get back to town? And they met some other adventurers. Another band of adventurers seemed highly talented, highly skilled. They are known as the Cezanne. The group here interacted. They had a nice dinner. They learned a lot. They're going to talk about what they learned. They also learned that there are forces and there is an underground in the city. The city is starting to be taken control of by the Red Guard from Harboron. Those Harboronians are obsessed with rebuilding their army, and they're gonna recruit and conscript, if necessary, the young people of Broadwalk. Meanwhile, on the underground, there is an organization called the Joyful End who has very different concerns, and they are seeking to find ways to stop the looming humanitarian crisis in Matria. So we're going to pick up with the Quintex in the tavern, in the inn. The next morning, they wake up, they get a nice night of sleep, and Quintex, take it away.
Good morning.
Good morning. Needed that rest. Felt really nice.
Yes.
Did. So, what do you think of the events that unfolded last night, Handuk?
Well, with this little slip of paper, we have amazing information we could find, but we must decipher their password as they had told us, and as Sylvia has investigated further.
Okay, so it looks like the way to get in is all of us paid attention to when Bella was singing. Yes, yes.
For the most part, yes.
All right. If all of us were paying attention, then someone should know when the other one doesn't. But it looks like a lot of the passwords are going to be in her songs.
You know, she had one that I really, really, really liked. Something about devils and the number 7. So, could be something in there.
Well, considering I spent more time listening and paying attention to literally everything else but talking, I should be good.
Yes, I was listening to her and chanting songs quite intently, and the one that hit me the hardest was "The Dog Days Are Over." For it reminds me of my relationship with the Star Child.
Is that right, Handuk?
Is that a good reminder, Handuk, or should we avoid listening to that anymore?
No, it is simply the fact that I was living in a complete suffering and in the misery of Matria, and then when Olazana was fated to be helped and saved by me, that at this point I had become happy again.
Well, I'm happy you're happy again, Handuk. It makes me feel joyed on the inside.
I'm happy you're happy too, Handuk.
There's no
Well,
more
you should be happy,
suffering.
Star Child. You bring his happiness.
And as Bella Vocus sang, "The dog days are over. The dog days are done." What an interesting song.
Very.
Handuk. I'm glad that you left the bartery to someone else.
Star Child. Is that any way to talk to our beloved Handuk?
As long as he's enjoying himself, he can sing as much as he wants. I say as I quickly order a cup of coffee and focus on that.
I'm gonna get some wax out of my pack and put them in my ears in case Handuk starts singing.
Certainly, I will
Lozano,
not.
that's a bad way to speak to your father about your father figure who's old enough to be your son.
I'm pretty.
What a strange world we live in Denalia.
What a strange world indeed it is. Oh, Lord have mercy. You know what, Handuk? I appreciate you. And you know, Don, I'm glad to see you're in good joking spirits today. That's rather helpful. It's rather helpful.
Yes, you must have got a good rest.
So, what do you say, guys? Should we head on to try to find our way to our joyful end? Hopefully not our actual ending, but, you know.
Well, it's so early. Maybe we should go at night.
You know, that's a good idea.
Tick, I think that's the Joy Bell end.
Yeah. You know,
Giles.
you'd know about bellends, wouldn't you, Don?
As a matter of fact, we should set up surveillance on this place during the day and see what's shaking over there.
Some of us should do that. We don't want to draw too much attention to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I recommend Olazana and Don for sure stay here.
What? None of you are sneaky except me.
I'm not sneaky enough. I just polished my armor.
Olazana,
And that is exactly why you need to stay. We don't want to. That armor is just bright enough to draw the eye, and that is not good for stealth right now.
But I just embossed the 3 asbestos X's in it.
well, that's perfect. And the craftsmanship that you put into this piece is absolutely gorgeous. And I commend you, dear friend, as I pat you on the back. However, dude, bro, no.
Handuk is not going into the physician-assisted suicide cult without me.
No, we're going to leave Handuk with you and probably Zed. And we're just going to go off and do burgling seductress things.
Oh, I want to do that too.
Yeah, because, that's what I apparently am.
Well, you're a burglar and I'm a seductress. And together we can really hurt some feelings in this time.
Okay, you get the attention, I rob them blind. Got it.
Perfect. Sounds really good. Who should I look like today? Jessica Rabbit? That works, doesn't it?
Yeah. Fix
Okay.
entirely. Do it.
So when you guys get into trouble, who gets you out of it?
Who says we're going to get caught?
Me?
History.
You know, I feel like it's a perfect time for me to sing a song to you, Olazana. Have a little faith in me, friend. Thank you. It's my song. Have a little faith in me, bud. We're BFFs. You should trust me more than that.
So I do trust you, but I don't want you to die. And history shows that we generally are not great at subterfuge as a collective.
History doesn't always have to repeat itself. As a collective, see? Branch off. You said it in your own words.
Yeah, so we leave Handuk, who's not sneaky, and Don, who's not sneaky, and then we
Zed.
bring me so that if you get into trouble, you have someone that can fight a little bit.
You know, okay, but only if you be quiet.
I was born quiet.
You know I can turn invisible, right?
I didn't.
Hey, okay. I like coming along then.
Yes, that seems clearly like obviously a great asset in your
On the other
subterfuge.
hand, they reached out specifically to Handuk, so leaving him behind is probably not smart. Probably we should not be so distrusting immediately of this group that we want to be friends with. I realize it would be like a wild change for the two of you to like be nice to strangers, but it works out sometimes. Like Handuk and I, we were strangers once.
Excuse me, Olazana, but I have
It
always
is true, Star Child.
Thank you.
Do you think maybe me and Handuk should go confront them face on face, and then you guys can go around back and burgle and seduce them? Well,
Why don't we just
You
go
know,
up?
this sounds
Why don't we just
horrible.
go up, figure out the password, and I'll go in and talk to this group?
Okay, you know what? Either we're doing it all together now or not at all. This is getting overly complicated, and this just sounds like that's how things go horribly wrong. As
Well,
I'm
maybe you're right.
coming to
They
learn with all of
really
you.
wanted to talk to Handuk. They didn't slip that message to any of the rest of us, so we can't leave him behind. He has the stealth of a rhinoceros. That's
Yes.
drunk and
Okay.
dragging chains.
I could turn him invisible too.
We don't need. They want to see him. That's
He handed me a note, the young man, the thin man. And he said,
Handuk's the one of us they want to talk to.
he handed me the slip. I'll show it to you. Did you see? It says, come to this place and you go to the back door and tell them the password. They'll let us in.
Yeah.
I just
We'll
don't
tell-
know. Do
we'll
you want to
tell
go
them
there
that-
now, Star Child?
we should probably all go. If anybody wants to sneak around the invisible, I say they hang around in the
Yeah, but
background and
I
do
will
subterfuge
say-
like that.
Probably nobody saw Zed hanging around with us, so if he wanted to be invisible as sort of an ace in the hole, that's maybe a good idea.
Yes.
Instead
Someone.
to go in through the back anyway, we're gonna have to go in. You know what? This is gonna be it. Sounds strange from me, but maybe we don't sneak this time. Maybe
have
we
it.
just go.
Let's just go.
Let's just go. YOLO, right?
Yeah, and as I say this, I look around and make sure no one was listening to us as we have been talking about this out in the open, like idiots.
Oh, we should just trust everybody like Star Child is telling us.
Yes,
They're all our friends.
let's
I
go
lower my
find-
voice. There are people looking for these people, namely who want them dead. So, X-nay on the end nay.
Yes. Especially the men from Harboron.
Okay, let's go meet. Let's go find the Joy Bell End at the back door.
Hold on. I am getting my guidance from the Star God now. I am changing my spells in order to use them more for interpersonal communication and things. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. You guys keep going. I'm just changing my thing.
Handuk, are you okay? Those sound like a little bit of strained noises. You throw your
Yes,
back up this morning. You all right?
Are-
Need a hand?
Are you
Yes,
having a
it's just-
stroke?
Well, I'm rememorizing my spells, and it's not that easy when you get old like me.
I think a man of his age needs some prunes.
Okay, you know what? You do that, and I'm just gonna go ask the bartender if he has any prune juice that we could take with us.
You know, maybe
just
we
in
all
case.
drink some prune juice. It does help things go smoothly, and clearly this is not going to. Oh gosh, guys.
Do you guys remember before we started wandering around the world, sometimes you just went up and talked to people and they were nice?
No,
Yeah,
people are very rarely nice.
The gnomes
Oh, I
were
like
pretty
talking
nice
to
at
people.
first.
You guys
Yeah,
are probably
the
the
gnomes were
nicest
very
lot I
nice.
have met, and that's kind of saying
You know
something.
something, yeah.
But then the second gnome wasn't that nice.
That's true. The only gnomes I've met are Tick and Pinot Noir.
Well, and also the friend that we just met the other day, Dazzle. Last night,
Oh,
Dazzle.
yeah. I didn't talk so much to him.
You know,
That's right, Dazzle.
Speaking of Dazzle, guys, while we're sitting around here having our morning breakfast and figuring out what we're doing with our lives, he did show me some really interesting things that they had found along the way. You remember that lighthouse that we found at the library that we didn't go to?
Yes.
Hold on, let me show you something. I will pull my book from my bag and flip it to the pages where I copied what Dazzle showed me. Look, those guys found a lighthouse too, except for theirs was activated by the elements and not by radiance like ours was. They couldn't get it to activate, but this could tell us something indicative of our future in these lighthouses. Maybe they're all something differently themed. You know what I'm saying?
That's a possibility.
Like, so the lighthouse at the library was radiant themed, and it was meant to draw people in for knowledge and, things of the sort. And the lighthouse that they showed us was in the Fjordlands, where they had mentioned multiple dragons, which would make sense, to be kind of in correlation to the different elements that they needed to be able to access the lighthouse, and that they had to fight some elementals and things. So I'm just wondering if maybe the other lighthouses are going to be something similar along the way, where they're themed to their region, if that makes sense.
Yes,
It would make sense.
like the northern one is a cold, icy tower that runs on freezing energy.
No, they're probably done for planes.
Hey, Sylvia, friendo. The map that we saw said there's a lighthouse in Glaciava. Isn't that where you're from?
Yeah, not the nicest place. Would not recommend visiting. 0 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm curious to know. I've never been to Glaciava. I hear you when you say it's bad. What's the region like there? Is it kind of cold? What kind of stuff goes on there?
Give me 2 seconds.
Well, the head of the Twitch is the head of the Twitch Kids is another tiefling, right? It's probably more attuned.
Ah, tiefling.
It's probably more attuned to hell, whereas the library was the celestial, and the one in the Fjordland is primordial.
It's cold and lots of volcanoes, so...
Guys, I'm bored. Can we go talk to the Joyful End now?
Look, Olazana, sometimes we have other things than hack and slash.
Just guessing. None of us have been to these lighthouses.
We probably need a ice devil to activate that one, and we probably need a fire elemental to do the Fjordland, since we had a solar doing the library.
Well, we'll figure it out when we get there. I was more so before Olazana rudely interrupted. Just wanting you to know that I found some correlation between the lighthouses, that our party had come across the one, and the other adventuring party had come across one similar but also different.
This is good information to know.
What was the lighthouse that they described?
It was in the Fjordlands and protected by elementals. The symbols looked a little different, more like geared towards the elements like earth, wind, fire, water. And remember how ours was more, it had the radiant stored of celestial being there and was more towards that. Theirs, however, like I said, didn't activate. They didn't get it to activate like ours did.
Perhaps when we find the book in Escort College and take it upon ourselves to relieve this fellow from the book, so that maybe we may actually do something of good and save this world, banish these hags in Matria, then we will find more information regarding these wondrous light towers?
You know, Handuk, I think it's bigger than that, honestly, but we'll get to it when it comes. And I personally would like to visit all of them. Just my own little agenda.
That sounds like a nice bucket list.
I'm building quite the bucket list, adventuring with you, friends.
I need to start working on my bucket list or I'm not going to achieve it.
I thought meeting me was on your bucket list.
Well, that chapter must still be come to a close before I move on.
Well, you know what? We can add one item and then cross it off today. Meeting a certain group.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
we're not supposed to go visit the group till later. Inpatient Pants McGee Olazana. So we do have a little time to deliberate amongst the party about some of the information that we've received over the last few weeks before we go doing anything more hasty than we usually do.
I'm bored.
Well, hi, Board. I'm Tick Watchman. Nice to meet you. I appreciate your presence in my life. Have a drink.
Maybe, Olazana, you should go for a long swim in the harbor.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
It was
Now, before we go to the lighthouse and the Fjordlands, we should, if somebody could gain the ability to conjure elemental, that actually might help us.
Well, once we get on that path of our adventure, yes, of course. I just wanted to make sure that it was known that there was correlation there. And also, you know, I sat and I talked to Dazzle. And I also sat and talked with Belle a little bit. And she's quite the esteemed singer, you know. Her father was famous. Some really long elven name that I could never dream of pronouncing, but it sounded nice. It was very melodic and rolled off the tongue. I've been thinking a lot about her over the night when I was in my room reading through my journal and notes and deliberating on this. And I'm wondering, you know, we found that journal about Maingard and the woman. Part of me, my heartstrings were plucked a little, thinking there may be some connection between Belle and Escort College. And the people of Escort.
interesting. It would make sense if she is some sort of bard and this Escort College is run by this bard.
Well, if you remember, Handuk, we've learned a little of the woman who wrote the journal entry, and her name, it really just escapes my mind in the moment. But we've learned a little about her, and and she was just very, very in love, almost obsessively in love with Maingard. And I don't know, just something about Belle and the connections between Escort College and herself. I feel like there's something there also. Just something.
Do you think Belle is really the boss, also known as Venereal Sores?
No.
I don't think quite that, but I feel, Don, that and part of me in my gut really feels there's some sort of connection there. Clearly not on the agenda to investigate now, but just a bug to plant in your brains as we continue on, since Escort is on our agenda to head there soon.
I wish they give us a kind welcome when we returned.
Well, hopefully they will, because we're going to be kind and polite to them when we get there.
Yes.
But yeah, that's kind of the few things that I learned from my conversations with the party of people we had met last night. Yeah, just thought.
Why do you think they are traveling to Matria?
You know, Handuk, I have my speculations, but I cannot confirm or deny any reason of why they are officially traveling to Matria.
I think that they might be going there to slay the hags.
Well, You know,
And I won't lift a finger to stop them.
that's probably really good, Handu, because what those hags did to you was very unfair, and I'm glad that we got you back.
Yes. I've been thinking, though, what would happen if the hags... what if the hags were destroyed and, say the lifeblood of the matrions which kept them alive for all these years was taken away suddenly? Would all the matrions perish? Like water to a plant has been cut off in the desert?
Handu, would it be so bad for a place that has been so covertly not good for so long to just kind of take care of itself?
Perhaps it would be good for the Star Child's forest. This is for sure.
And not even just the Star Child, as much as we love Olazana, but think of the innocence that Matria has trapped for so long. I'm not quite sure Matria being destroyed is anything but just penance for their past transgressions on Duke.
I mean, Matria is more than just the hags, though.
Mm-hmm.
There's thousands, maybe millions of people that live there. You can't just destroy all of that.
Well, I didn't say to destroy them all. I'm just saying if they happen to implode, then I don't think a bit of sorrow for it.
They're hell maggot devil currency anyway.
It seems like a bubble about to get popped. Have you ever seen someone who talks and bubbles form in their mouth while they're talking? Spit bubbles.
I can't say I have, Hondo.
Old Tater. Old Tater got bit by a wild dog, and he ended up doing that. He died within a month.
Yes,
He tried to bite people. He was afraid of water.
Yes. I fear some horrible thing is going to happen to the Matrians any time now.
Well, they deserve it for being weak.
Well, and I'm not saying that, the innocence of Matria deserves to be depleted, right? I'm just saying it's not really my place to draw the line of their morals in the place. If something happens there, it was meant to happen because the universe does what it does for its own reasons, right?
Yes, the Star Child has plans that we can or cannot change.
I don't understand that. We are on a mission to change.
Yeah, we're actively out to stop these hags. If the universe unfolds as it should, like you say, Tick, then what's the point of us doing anything?
Well,
What is the point of us getting the cryo-optitron running?
I said the universe unfolds as it should, gentleman and lady. I didn't say that we were not a play on the micro level and the macro scale of how the universe functions. That's all I'm saying. We're a part of it for a reason. It's going to happen the way it does because it's how it's meant to be. It will be there when it does, I suppose. But anyway, tut to all that. Anybody else have anything that they learned from conversation last night that they want to share with the class?
Yeah, I really like that barbarian they're hanging out with, and I think that song they sung "Stand By Me" was actually a hymn to Elvis.
I learned how to get home.
You learned how to get home? Haven't you been trying to find out for so long? That's a big thing.
Well, a lot of you seem like you're interested in going the wrong direction to go home.
Well, home is different for all of us. Olazana?
I feel like I talked to the druid Solus, and I feel like he got a lot of information out of me, and I got very little out of him. Except that they were going to Matria for whatever reason.
I think we'll find out why they're heading to Matria soon enough. I think that information will reveal itself when it's supposed to. So, speaking of information and revealing itself, should we be on our way then?
Yes, let us
Yes.
meet with this joyful end and see what they know. Perhaps we should have a safe word like
Well,
forest gnome.
like forest gnome.
How about
If I say
pasta Putin-esque?
I would say if we start talking about food, then we know that we need to get out of there.
Sure.
Okay.
And maybe let's not try to milk them for answers, as opposed to let them tell us what they want to tell us, right? Instead of walking in like the police ready to interrogate someone.
Oh no, we're going to be at their mercy, I'm thinking.
Just a thought, of course.
A little bit. We're going into their criminal underground chamber.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so you leave the Mounted Mule Inn. You walk out on the street. You head down towards the docks, and you are confronted by 3 red armored individuals. Oi, what's it? What was it?
Exploring the town? Is that not allowed?
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I can't really understand what you're saying. It sounds like you still have fruit snacks in your mouth.
What?
Duke, do you understand this man?
I understand that he is troubled. And he is angry for some reason.
Friend, how can we help you? Are you having a bad day?
What's it?
Are you having a bad day? Are you all right?
You're about to have a bad day. What's it doing here?
It's Broadwalk.
It's Broadwalk, he says. He says it's Broadwalk. He says, oh, yeah, you think you can just walk around the town wherever you want, just as you like a fancy lady.
Yeah.
Well, friend, we really...
One of the other one walks over and starts to inspect your clothing. Nope. No patch. No patch on him.
I'm sorry, are you the city guard?
City guard.
City guard in Broadwalk.
I'm gonna... While these guards are kind of like looking around us...
There's no city guard. You don't know things have changed around here. Won't you come with us?
No, I don't want to.
You should come with us. Sergeant Rutledge will want to talk to you.
I say that I am innocent, and if you don't like it, let's go for fisticuffs and
Roll initiative.
No.
All right, beat these guys' ass.
Roll initiative. Don, Guy, Caballero, De Venganza.
Ooh, I got an 18.
Okay, I see it. And Duke. I got Zed, 4. And Duke.
11.
11, I see it. Tick, 4. Sylvia.
11.
Okay, here we go. There are 3 of these crusty creatures. All humans. They are, hold on, let me bring this up. A little visual. Each of them carrying a shield and a mace. Humans. And you have declared fisticuffs. And therefore, there are 4 of them. I'm sorry. There are 4 of them. And we are at the top of the order. Don, Guy, Caballero, De Venganza.
All right, which one's the leader?
It's not clear that there's a leader.
The one that's talking the most that told us to come with them.
Oi, what's it?
Yeah, him.
Okay.
I'm gonna punch him.
Okay.
Oh God, roll it! Damn it!
I
All right, screw that.
I see your roll.
Did it roll? It says undefined. I
It
accidentally
said you rolled an unarmed strike for a 6.
No, that's unarmed strike damage undefined. That's what that was. It wasn't the roll. The die did not come up. I'm just rolling. All right. So that would be a 13. Is that a hit?
That is not a hit.
And another 13.
He thinks he's going to fire, son. Yeah, we'll see if you're worth being in the army. What was your second roll?
Both misses, both 13s.
Ozana.
I'm going to.
You're a fancy lady.
I'm going to push Handuk behind me and pull up my shield and put my hand on my scimitar. And if anybody comes towards me and Handuk, I'm going to slice them with the sword.
Okay. Handuk.
I tell you, you men in red, you're not just going to arrest us unlawfully on the streets. We have the right across this realm of self-defense, and you will not put a hand on us, I warn you, or you will not have a hand.
We are the law. Get used to it. You old geezer.
You'll see. I warned you. I don't do anything. I just wait behind Olazana.
Right, Sylvia.
I just look at this mess inside deeply and cast invisibility and nope on out of there.
What's that? Wait. What? There's 6 of them. Now there's 5. What's happening? All right. Is their turn. All right. Okay. First, the first one casts Spirit Guardian. Calls forth a spirit to protect him. Fit around them in a distance of 15 feet for the duration. This is a 10-minute duration. 15 feet from self. It appears. What does it appear? It appears. Fey. It appears to be something of the Fey. Any number of creatures are unaffected. He points at his friends. They are unaffected. Affected creatures, all of you make a save. This will be a wisdom save, DC 15.
What type of spell is it?
It is a conjuration.
So it's not trying to charm me?
Nope.
Yeah, you get it. As long as you're within 10 feet of me, you're a +2.
Okay.
I got a 19 then.
Okay. On a failed save. So everybody make your DC 15 wisdom save. On a failed save, you take 3d8 radiant damage. I will tell you what that adds up to. We're going to say radiant. On a successful save, you take half as much damage. However, your speed is halved in this area.
Hey, Mr. World,
Yes.
can I counterspell you?
You can.
Okay, good, because I'll do that.
All right. Next person does the same thing. Sees that it doesn't work. Does the same thing. Can you counterspell this one?
I can.
You can?
You only have one reaction.
Would you like to?
Yeah. One reaction. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody make your saves for the second one. That was good though. So you would have done something else.
I rolled the same dice, so I get 19 again.
Well played.
I got the same number.
Remember
25.
+2, guys.
I got 11.
Here, let me just get the old dice roll. Here it is. Okay. 3. Okay. That will be 9 points of damage, halved if you've saved. And your speed is also halved. Okay. All right.
Speed is halved if we save.
No, speed is halved regardless. The damage is 9 points unless you save, and then it's half that damage if you don't if you saved. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. None of you have attacked yet. None of you have attacked yet.
I have.
Just yeah, sort of. Okay, it's gonna attack you. I'm gonna brain him. He's not even worth it. I'm gonna brain him. And he's gonna swing. He's gonna swing at you twice, multiple attacks. That will be a 21 and a 15
Against me?
Yep.
The 21 hits. What is he trying to brain me with?
With his mace.
Oh, so they're bringing knives to a fist fight.
That's 13 points of no, that's 7 points of bludgeoning plus 13 points of necrotic damage. I'm gonna brain him. You're not even worth being in the army. Okay, got it. Moving on. Okay, the next one. You're the only one who's done any aggressive attacks, right?
I grabbed my
Yes.
sword hilt.
All right, and you don't look brained. You look unbrained.
I look very much unbrained and angry now.
Yeah, I'm gonna brain him too.
How many is there? 3 or 4?
There's 4. This is the 4th one.
Okay.
That will be an 18 and a 15.
Misses.
Okay. Hey, Slippery! Top of the order. Don. No, Tick. I'm sorry. Too many here. Tick.
So I'm going to hit them with a little slow action around them in a 40-foot cube, starting at the very front one.
All right.
So they're going to take a -2 to AC and Dex save throws.
Good.
Only one action.
Okay.
And then if it tries to cast a spell, then it has a thing for that as well.
Oi! I feel sluggish. Anything else?
No, that is it.
Zed.
Zed is gonna fly up and cast hold person on the one casting the spell. DC 16 Wisdom save.
Okay. That is a fail.
He is paralyzed.
He tries to get out of an oi, but it doesn't work. Anything else?
No, that will be it.
Top of the order, Don, Guy, Caballero, de Venganza.
Alright, I turn to the one that, like, so-called brained me.
I'm gonna brain him.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to grab my spear and I'm going to spear him.
He turned around the
Because yeah, stay out of their cube, Don.
Stay out of their what?
Stay out of their cube. That 40-foot cube surrounding them. If you enter that, you're got to make a whiz save to see if you're affected by the spell.
I'm right up on him. He brained me. Do I got to make a whiz save?
Yep.
Oh, yes. 13. What's the DC?
16, you fail.
Oh, I failed. So what does the slow do to me?
Your speed is halved, -2 to AC, and your Dex saving throws, no reactions. And there's some stuff if you try to cast any magic.
All right. Well, what about effects?
What do you mean?
All right. So what's his AC right now?
14.
14. I rolled a 11 miss. Oh, I hit him finally. I'm gonna use a smite on his ass.
He's trying to run me through.
Oh, 10, 14, 22 points of damage.
Okay. Right. That it?
Ah, that's how you do it. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Lozana.
So these guys are going pretty aggressively at Don. And so even though I'm sure Handuk would disapprove since he tried to talk peacefully, I'm going to draw my scimitar. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the one who is currently paralyzed.
Okay.
So let me go and cast that. And then I'm going to attack him with the scimitar. He's paralyzed, so I have advantage. I got a 25 on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And a 25 on the second one. I do 11 plus 11 plus 6 plus 5. So I do 33 magic slashing damage to him.
He'd
And I tell
respond.
Handuk to keep moving with me.
He'd respond, but he's paralyzed.
Yeah,
And
but he
it-
lost that fucking spell though.
Luke. Luke.
Handuk, you're muted.
Oh, magically, a shimmering hammer appears in my right hand and flies out into the cube.
What's it?
Oh, yeah. 25 to hit.
All right, who are you going after? Which one?
I'm going after whoever tried to hit Giles in the head.
All right. Brainy McBrainer?
No, I'm going to go after whoever's messing with Olazana.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what it has to be. Oh, yeah. 5 points of damage. Force damage.
Okay.
And so it's like, it's just out there flying around on its own.
Yep. Sylvia.
Okay, I'm still invisible. I'm gonna go into an alleyway real quick, out of sight, and cast Disguise Self to make myself look like one of the guards. And then I'm gonna come back. Oi! Sergeant's looking for you. What are you doing? What you doing?
We'll be there in a minute. Oh, what?
No,
What you
no.
want? Wait. What?
He is pissed. I ain't asked questions. Look, just go. I got reinforcements coming. I'll deal with a lot of them. Just go.
What's that?
I ain't getting in trouble because you didn't want to go talk to him over whatever the hell you lot did.
All right, make your save. Make your check. It's the deception check.
Yes. Okay. That's a 21.
All right.
All you need to do is throw in love a couple of times and sound like my neighbor.
One of them says, "Hey, I'm not buying it. Yeah, it's not. We'll figure that out after." Another one says, "Yeah, we'll figure it out after." And the third one says, "Don't you remember what happened last time? Somebody didn't get there. When he said to get there, he was put out. He was put down. Let's get going." And
He knows what he's talking about.
he drags the paralyzed one, and he's like, and they're gonna make another check, and both of them fail, and they're like, oh, we'll deal with you later. Don't let us catch you on the road. Don't let us catch you on the street.
Okay, I'm going to mark on them so that I know exactly where they go.
All right. Okay, and they are gone.
And I turn to everyone and drop the illusion. Why did you think fighting the guards in a city that's kind of pro-guard right now was a good idea? Why?
They're not guards.
I know they're not, but they think they are, and this town is pro-red right now. Why would you do that?
They're Harboronians, and I'm not the one that drew a weapon.
Oh, you guys make this really difficult. You really do sometimes. I'm going to drop the slow spell, dust off my hands, shake my head. Like, guys, really?
All right.
All
I'm
right.
not normally one for running, but we really need to get to the back door right now.
Keeping track, Olazana, keeping track. You see the guards run to the garrison. They run up Lister Street, away from the docks, and to the garrison.
Right. And where is the place we're going to?
On the docks, lower left corner.
Yeah, let's get down there quick.
And you're pretty much down there.
Okay.
You're pretty close to that anyway. Okay, so you get to Bunglers Cork. It is a working workhouse, and they've started their day. They are making barrels. They are filling barrels, and the thing about the Cork house is they produce the corking to stop the hole when you got whale blubber, you've got fish oil, you've got fresh water, you got a number of different liquids.
They plug up the bung hole.
Right. So Bunglers Cork, and there's work.
So, Bunglers Cork, we're here. Handuk, what exactly did the note say when we got here?
He stepped out a second.
Yeah, I see that now.
I believe the note
I'm
said
gonna look and see
the
if Captain Bungler is around.
We need to go to the Bungles back door to go knock on it to meet the joyful bell end.
The joyful ones. Let's just call them that.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that it directed us to the back, and we didn't just assume. That was literally my curiosity there.
So there is a way to go around. You can go around the alley, and there is a back entrance down some stairs. There is a door.
I
would like to look and see if anybody's watching this alley.
Okay, make a perception check.
$23.
You get the profound sense that absolutely eyes are on this door, and you can't exactly place where those eyes are from. There are a lot of windows. The shadows would not allow you to see into the windows, but all of your senses are screaming at you that you are being watched.
Do I see anybody in red nearby?
You do not.
I'm gonna nod that everyone should go into the alley.
This is where we need to go. We need to go into this alley. Of course, they're going to be watching us.
Right, but I was gonna see if I can figure out who and where. Apparently, I
It's
can't.
the Joy Bell End, and they're in the windows watching us.
Don, just go
So
down
we
there.
need to do this quick.
I guess we carefully enter the alleyway and go to the door and knock on it.
Okay. About 30 seconds goes by. You hear a seagull cry, and then you hear a whisper, very low. And that whisper says, that's not what it says. It says, it's hard to dance.
Just as quietly, I'm gonna say, with a devil on your back.
Regrets collect.
Like old friends?
Here to relive.
Your darkest moments?
And the door creaks open. And you are able to get into a small vestibule, and there is a stairwell going down. It is a spiral stone staircase, which is odd given that you are on a coastal city and you're at the docks.
It should be filled with water.
Well,
And
let's
yet-
go down.
And yet and still,
Sylvia, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize you were paying attention when she was singing, Sylvia.
That was
You
kind of
were
all I
so
was.
quiet at the bar yesterday.
Yeah, I was kind of listening and paying attention to everything around us.
at the bottom of the stairs, you see 10 beds with old folks, folks in various stages of vitality. Everything from very sort of end of life, looking for comfort, or to people that are still fairly vibrant, but they are laying, and they all see you, and they say, "Hello, are you my granddaughter?"
I promise you I'm not.
Are you my herald? Are you my herald?
That one's you, Don.
Hello, I am Don Caballero.
Don't
Do you
don't
need a
don't kill
herald?
me. I'm not ready. Don't.
I will not harm you, old one. Is this a man or a woman?
There's various. It's 50-50 here.
The
No,
one
actually,
that's
it's actually seven women and 3 men.
the one that's talking to me, is it a man or a woman?
That's a woman.
I'll say, I'm not here to harm you, grandmother.
You look like my herald. I miss you, Harold.
I had a cousin named Harold. Maybe we're related, grandmother.
Do you remember that time we went to the country? Do you remember?
Somebody else needs to take care of her. I'm not good for lying.
There are doors at the on the left and the right of the end of the room, as you can see.
I'm sorry, young one, but he's not who you think he is.
I'll go over and try to attend the old grandmother as best as I can. Wash her if she needs it. Change her bed clothes. I'll start doing my normal paladin action.
Yes.
I'll join him. I'll join him cleaning the
Right.
lady. And I start asking her what she is doing here.
I get confused sometimes. Yes, I think suddenly she becomes lucid, slowly but suddenly.
Slowly,
for
suddenly.
purposes. Over time, she becomes more and more lucid, and she says, I'm so tired. I'm just ready. I'm ready to go. It's been so long. And then she starts to slip back into sort of let's call it a state of dementia.
Okay.
And what you're seeing is a lot of people with dementia here, and it's sad. They're fearful. They're afraid, and they are, but they're here. And in her moment of clarity, she essentially lets you know that she's ready for it to end.
Do I see anything that would indicate that they're all from Matria?
I wouldn't say they're from Matria, but they. I wouldn't say they're from Matria. Maybe some of them might be, but there's nothing that would indicate for sure they're from Matria.
I asked this sweet old woman.
Yep.
If she has taken the Matrian oath.
You know, she's very lucid. She says, well, yes, I have, and it's kept me alive this long, but I'm ready now. And it won't let me go. Everyone is gone. My herald is gone. And I'm ready.
Very interesting. Was your herald here with you?
Let's see if she stays lucid. He died long ago. He wouldn't take the oath.
Yes. We must leave this chamber, but I wish you the best, and we will help wash you.
All right. They are all both afraid at times and appreciative of the human touch and the cleaning. It does appear that they've been well cared for here, and well fed when they will eat. But they are appreciative of the help. All right, door to the left, door to the right.
Somebody listen.
Left.
Okay, door to the left. Do you knock? Do you? Well, they know you know that they know you're here.
Right, we're already walking around talking.
A whisper at the door. No light. No light.
Tell me what you want me to say.
Nothing.
Okay. And your bright blue eyes?
I never knew daylight.
Could be so violent.
A revelation.
In the light of day.
You can choose.
What stays and what fades away.
And the door opens.
Woo!
All right.
Awesome.
You see you do a
Blades?
perception check. They're not out yet. Do a perception check.
All right, I'm going to do the perception check because I have a very, 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 very high.
I'm sorry, investigation.
Investigation.
I'm not that good at that. No, I'm not that good at perception either, really.
Yeah. Same.
Do you guys want me to investigate?
I had a 17.
17?
Yes.
Okay, you see that there is some sort of trap.
I'm gonna
It's in-
stop us. No.
It's in the walls.
Does it look like we could get around this, or?
You'd have to disarm it.
I sigh, I take out my tools, and I work on disarming this.
Okay. What's your roll?
All right. So, that's 14.
You aren't sure. You think you might have gotten it.
Hmm. What do I have in my bag real quick?
Would you like me to lend you a hand, Sylvia?
Well, I'm gonna take out. You know, I have a thing of rations. I'm gonna throw the rations in real quick just to see if it reacts.
You see two blades spinning at tremendous speed come out of either wall. Zzz, and go back in. Very
Okay.
dangerous.
I did not get that. May I try again?
I can help you.
I would appreciate help.
Yeah, so take the help action.
All right. 21 this time.
Okay, you see the mechanism. It's a small plate in the ground. There's actually 4 of these small plates, and they are actually T-shaped little. They almost look like they are the grout work between the stones, but actually they're the pressurized pieces. So it's very tricky. But you are able to disarm the mechanisms.
Okay. This time I think we're safe.
Okay. You go up around the corner. You are in a hallway.
You see anything up there, Sylvia?
I'm gonna look around and make sure there's no more traps. And with an 8, I believe it is totally trap free.
It looks totally trap free.
Okay, I think we're okay.
Can I make a suggestion before we move on, Sylvia?
Sure.
Let's check the other door and see if it's trapped as well. Maybe it's meant to be some sort of test. Yeah,
Maybe.
I think we should.
All right.
Okay, you go back through. Go to the other door. You get to the door. The whisper says, "How deeply are you sleeping? Or are you still awake?"
A good friend told me you've been staying out so late.
Be careful. Be careful what it takes.
From what I've seen so far, the good ones always seem to break.
And the door opens. You go into a hallway and there is a pit with spikes. It's very difficult. It looks like there's a way to walk around it, but you don't trust that to hold whatsoever.
You know what? Say what you will, I admire their caution.
How much would it be to jump it?
That is 15 feet to jump it. Sylvia, what you notice is what you're thinking is these are these are tests for rogues, thieves. They are fairly simple to navigate for an experienced rogue, but for the average town guard, these would be deadly.
I will share these observations with the group.
So should I throw Handuk across?
No. No. Please don't.
What?
So we've already disarmed the trap on the other side. The wall looks rickety here to try to cross. Should we go back the other way or continue this pit? What do you think, Sylvia? This seems to be a kind of place I feel like you would thrive. So I'm more curious on your ideas.
Personally, I want to go with the area we've already disarmed the trap.
Perfect. That's my thought too.
You remember I can fly.
Yeah, we
Do
remember.
you want to lift all of us over that?
Well, we can go one by one.
I hope that you've been eating your spinach. Don's pretty heavy in that plate armor, but
I mean, true.
yeah, let's not be any riskier than we should be. Yeah.
But I can give him a little extra hop in his step. Give him a bit of extra jump.
Well,
And I'm pretty sure I can throw all of you guys across this.
I'll pass. I prefer you keep your hands off me, sir. Thank you.
It's likely to end up going the same way no matter what, so.
I like the not pit option.
Okay.
Well, certainly I won't be able to just jump over that like some sort of jackrabbit.
I can carry you. I fly.
I would let you. That would be interesting. I would like to feel the feeling of flight. I would have no problem with you taking me across the pit, Zed.
Okay, you know what? Let's make this easy. Vote. Upstairs or over pit?
I believe I will do whatever the Star Child wishes.
Why don't
Handuk,
we just go
wait
the
a
way?
minute, Handuk. I need you to rephrase that because I think that is a terrible, terrible way to live your life. To do the things that the Star Child says to do.
It is
It
a
worked out well
way.
so far.
It is a way of me being obedient to the Star God.
Okay, friendo. I don't really want to jump across the pit, guys. Just throwing that out there.
I go for let's go up. Tick's going with let's go up. What?
Yeah, let's go left.
Up and around.
Okay.
I believe Zed can fly. Spread his
I
wings and touch
believe
the
he can
sky.
fly. What if that was the next clue?
That bard was canceled, guys. We don't sing his songs anymore.
Oh, that's right. He was a bad man.
Okay. And there's a hallway. Let's go.
He got away with peeing on a 14-year-old.
All right.
God.
All right. Let's dial it back. All right. You go up the hallway. You see that it turns to the right.
Well, I don't think it's trapped.
There's a door. When you turn around to the right, there is a door.
I'm casting mage armor, or I'm casting Shield of Faith. Pardon me.
All right.
I'm going to be casting mage armor on myself and anybody who else who need, or no, just me. That's right. Forgot. Is that
20
required?
armor class.
To the door.
To the door.
Okay, to the door.
Ah,
All right. You take 11 points of damage
I said I was going first, so I'll take that damage.
11 points of terrible slashing damage, and you see there are 4 of them between you and the door.
Oh, no.
Get my tools out and try to disarm this
Okay. You tried disarm?
Yeah, I'll try to disarm.
Let me help you, kiddo.
Well, that's a 28.
All right.
Okay, that'll do it. You find the mechanism. It's different. This one is actually a. There are these tiny filaments hanging from the ceiling. You really would barely ever notice them. Not even they're thinner than a hair. But as you brush across them, they trigger the saws. So you fashion a creative solution for this. In fact, the solution really is to burn them, and when you burn them off, you give yourself enough room to get through.
All right, it's safe now. Come on.
All right, you get to the door. Okay. Holy water cannot help you now.
1,000 armies couldn't keep me out.
I don't want your money.
I want your crown.
See, I have to burn your kingdom down. And the door opens. Okay, it opens, and you see another massive pit trap right in front.
Well.
Okay, idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have rope. Seth can fly. Do we want to just build like a rope over this? Maybe if anyone else has rope, we just tie rope to door. Zed holds the other end, and
I mean, I can Misty step it.
I mean, I don't have a better idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
let's try it.
Do you want me to
I'm
Misty
such a good
step it?
climber.
well, I mean, with the rope, it should be a little easier if we grab it.
I
Like
could-
No need to burn a spell for Misty Step, though.
Yeah, but do I have more spells than Zed?
Well, probably not.
Isn't Zed a warlock?
/ sorcerer.
Oh, okay. Then do it. Do it,
Yes,
you
so-
damned her soul. Let's see it in action.
yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Zed will take one end of the rope and fly over to the other side.
Does anyone else have rope before we do this? Because
I
2
do.
ropes might. Okay.
I don't have
Okay.
a
All
rope.
right.
Yeah.
You fly. You're
Take
able to
both
fly right to
ropes.
here.
Just tie. Yeah. Okay. All right.
From there, you're able to see not that top corner. Ignore that. Ignore the top corner.
What top corner?
I don't see
Lord.
nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing wasn't there at all. Yeah, so you see a room.
Is
Are
there
there
anywhere
statues in
I
there?
can tie off the rope to?
You can find angles. It's tough, but you can find them. You're a professional. This isn't your first rodeo with these ropes.
And I guess I'll go first.
All right, it's going to be super easy to get across. It's going to be a DC 8 athletics check.
Oof.
Oh. All right.
It's not good when you're
What about acrobatics?
No, it's going to be athletics. It's real simple, like hand over hand rope work.
Well, that's a 15.
Do you want me to koala you guys?
Yeah, I did it. 17.
Okay.
I got 14.
I got 6.
Oh, all right. Into the pit. Oh,
No!
10 points of spiky damage. You get the feeling as you're down there before they hoist you out that if this was intended to really maim or kill, there'd be poison on these tips. There'd be bacteria. There'd be all sorts of disease.
Probably sticks, yeah.
But these seem to be more of a training exercise than truly intended to kill. All right. Everyone else across? Everyone good?
I made it.
Okay.
I'm gonna look down the hallway and I'm gonna inspect it this time. I'd rather not get this hurt. That's a 19.
Okay. You get to the larger room, and I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. This is all one room. There's another metal spike trap in the middle. This one very much looks like it's for practice, right? So this just looks like a practice area, and there's various things in this room that are just sort of there's pythons hooked into the walls in places. There's one wall that has brick inlaid that looks like it's for practicing climbing and second story work. It's just various different rogue-like exercises. And you see there are four other doors in here, including a double door on the far end.
Let's check them out first as come. So let's hit the north door.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the east door.
Yep, this one is not locked. You walk in, and there are four. These are much more comfortable quarters, and there are four people that look like they are much more prepared for end of life in here. They seem to be more at peace, and there are actually attendants in here, and they're like clerics, I would say, and they are there to comfort and counsel. And they see you and they say, "Hello, welcome to the joyful end."
Hello.
Hello.
Now these clerics are tattooed up and down. They're not dressed in like fine robes, but you can just tell the way that their manners are, that they are here to sort of help these people.
Do you need help?
No, we have this under control, but thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here for these poor souls if they have need it. End of life is always a new beginning.
Yes, indeed. Can we help you?
Yes.
I've been
Yes.
slightly
Yes.
stabbed.
We were sent here because I had a vision from my God. And I too have taken the Matrian oath. I will not lie. And I had come here for many reasons now, maybe you can tell me how I can get this soul-rotting worm of the Matrian Oath out of my soul, and not like these others here that are languishing in their beds. And we wish to know more about the Red Guard and the situation in this city and how it has descended to such tyrannical overlordship.
Yeah, I've heard that. We stay down here. I don't know anything about that. We sounds bad, but we're focused on our mission here to help these people avoid their terrible fate.
What is that fate? Tell me, priest.
You've taken the Matrian Oath, you say?
Yes.
What were you told when you took that oath?
That I would live for a very long time.
And then what?
And that I would live to live. No, that there was no end. I should... That we don't talk about the end too much.
And yet, end is part of the story. No story is complete without the end. Would you agree?
Yes. I have forsworn my Matrian Oath, but yet I feel that there is some greater power at work which binds me to the words that I have taken.
Yes, unfortunately, I don't know that we can help you. You aren't ready to go. These folks are ready to go.
Well, perhaps I will return here when it is time for my time to go.
You will be
Oh,
welcome.
that's right.
All right. So let's go. Next part.
Let's
Okay,
go
so
to the
guys-
big double doors.
You leave this room.
Yeah.
All right. Go to the double doors.
Yeah.
The double doors.
Perhaps we should go to the single doors first.
The double doors. No, you go to the double doors. And you hear a whispering. Okay. And a falling star fell from your heart.
And landed in my eyes
I screamed aloud,
as it tore through them.
and now it's left me blind. And the doors open. There you see a hallway. Double doors on the far end, and there is a hallway to the right.
I want to look down that hallway at least.
Okay. That's as far as you can see.
Let's go to the next.
You
double
see it
door.
turns to the right.
That's probably trapped.
Let's go to the double doors.
You go to the double doors?
Yeah.
To the double doors?
Double doors.
Okay. All right. All right. These doors open. And you enter a huge chamber with 2 dragons in the room. They are copper dragons.
I would like to roll.
Attack them.
No.
No,
Attack them
no, no,
immediately.
no, no,
Attack
no,
them
no.
immediately.
So
I
one of my
say-
favorite enemies.
I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
One of my
say
favorite
in
enemies. is
Draconic.
dragons.
I say in Draconic, hello, it is very nice to meet you. My name is Don Caballero. And I bow.
And then I will say to Don in Draconic, since when do you speak Draconic?
I've always
Right.
wanted to kill one.
They're always moving. They're constantly moving, and they're telling jokes to each other. They look at you and they're like, try and name a better duo than me and procrastination. Go ahead, I'll wait.
What?
Well, obviously you haven't met Olazana, the Star Child and Handuk of Yob.
You know, everybody looks at these elves and they think it's so impressive that they live so long. You know, you can live to be 100 if you give up all the things that make you want to live to be 100. You know you're getting old when that one candle on the cake is like a challenge. It's like, let's see if you can still blow this one out.
You should see the people in Matria, scaly dragon.
Yeah.
I probably won't get the chance to blow 40 out.
You know you're old when almost everything hurts, and what doesn't hurt doesn't work.
What is going on?
Say, dragons, what are you doing here in this place? Are you here to resist the Red Guard?
They're looking at you and they say, you understand. You know you're old when people no longer think you're a hypochondriac whenever you complain.
This is yes. Well, I don't know. I'm getting so old. I've been old for a long time already.
Hey,
Yeah, you know you're old when there's nothing left to learn the hard way.
Yes. You two are like dragons who specialize in insulting old people. Is that your stick?
All right, they drop
funny.
the buddy comedy shtick, and they introduce themselves as Kolo and Shaba, and they make a lot of jokes in the middle of conversation, but they will now talk to you. They've been firing these one-liners at each other. It's like these two hang out all the time together, and they're actually young dragons. They're very young. And they are definitely razzing old people. And just think of like stepping meta for a second, like TikTokers making boomer jokes. Like that's their attitude, right?
I like them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've fired off a bunch of their one-liners. They got a few more, and you'll hear.
Are they raising up their necks high up in the air so I can see where their scales are strongest and weakest?
No, of course they're not doing that.
Okay.
Are
Just
they-
as they're laughing at me, I'm looking at their vulnerabilities.
I would like
Oh
to
my
roll an
God,
Arcana
no.
check to see what I know about dragons.
about copper dragons?
Yes.
Okay, roll your check.
They're monsters.
We are not
I'm not
attacking the
a
They're
dragons.
monstrous. They're monstrous creatures.
I got
Gotta
a
be
20.
careful.
You got a 20 plus?
That's it.
A 20 period.
Yeah.
Hey, copper dragons are incorrigible pranksters, joke tellers, riddlers. Despite their gregarious and even-tempered nature, they possess a covetous, miserly streak, and they become dangerous when their hordes are threatened.
Oh, say.
Okay, a copper dragon has brow plates jutting over its eyes, extending back to long horns that grow as a series of overlapping segments. Its back-swept cheek ridges and jaw frills give it a pensive look, even though it's telling jokes. At birth, a copper dragon's scales are a ruddy brown with a metallic tint. As the dragon ages, the scales become more coppery in color. Later, taking on a green tint as it gets
Oxidized.
elder. Yes. Right, but these are young. They are good hosts. They appreciate wit, a good joke, a humorous story, or a riddle. They become annoyed with any creature that doesn't laugh at its jokes and accept its tricks with good humor. They are particularly fond of bards. A dragon might carve out part of its lair as a temporary abode for a bard willing to regale it with stories, riddles, and music. To a copper dragon, such companionship is a treasure to be coveted. Okay. Let's see. What else do you need to
Let's
know?
be nice to him.
Yeah. So, what else?
Are their body parts worth a lot of money on the market?
Oh my god, no, we are not killing the dragons.
They hear you say it and they start laughing. They like the joke.
I have a joke for you, dragons. The three couples were trying to get married at the same church. There was a young couple, a middle-aged couple, and an elderly couple. The three couples met with the priest to discuss when they could get married. And the priest said, "If you wish to get married in my church, you must all go 1 month without having sex," says the priest. 1 month later, the three couples returned to the church and talked to the priest. He then asked the elderly couple, "Have you completed the month without sex?" "Yes, we have. It was easy," replied the elderly couple. "And how about you?" he asked the middle-aged couple. "It was hard, but we didn't have sex for the whole month," they respond. "And how about you?" he asked the young couple. "No, we couldn't do it," responds the boyfriend. "Tell me why," says the priest. "Well, my girlfriend had some corn in her hand and she accidentally dropped it. She bent over to pick it up and that's when it happened." The priest then tells them, "You're not welcome in my church." The boyfriend says, "Yeah, we're not welcome in the market either."
You know what's funny about that joke? By the time you finished telling it, the middle-aged couple was the old couple, and the young couple was the middle-aged couple. That's how long that joke took.
Well,
I think
if you
I'm
want
just
a real
becoming an
joke,
adult.
you can look at all of us.
Copper dragon in that time.
I tell you, you dragons are like the opposite of the Harboronians. I mean, the Harboronians have no humor whatsoever. Absolutely no humor. Don't ever go to Harboron if I was you two.
They're the worst of all. They're the worst of all. But other than that, very nice people.
How do you feel about their horrible Red Guard just completely tyrannically overwhelming this once joyful and happy city?
Well, it's what makes our work so important, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think you should be our allies.
By the way, in the middle of this room is a bottomless pit with bloodstains on it.
I want you to be my friend with your blood pit.
They're ignoring it because they're used to it. It's harder for
Can
you
I?
to ignore.
Can I go see how fresh that blood is?
While you do that, Shaba says, "You know, I used to work the nightclubs with a lich. Like many comedians, he was a tormented soul. Funny guy, dry wit, deadpan delivery. He killed almost every time he got on stage."
Okay, that's actually kind of good.
That's a Litz joke.
Mr. World, is there any other doors visible in this room?
No, there are no other doors in this room.
Okay.
Let's zoom back. That's the room.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
Cola says, little known fact, halflings, they don't call themselves halflings. They call themselves shirefolk. They refer to humans as doublings, which is weird because halflings are the ones that eat 2 breakfasts.
knows, I think we should leave the dragons to practice their routine.
What did you say your work was again?
Our work, you know, here's the other thing. People ask me a lot of questions. I get so many questions. They ask me, for example, they ask me why I hate necromancers. But I just saw one outside wearing a No Lives Matter tunic.
Oh, you know, yes.
All right, they go on to. You guys are not laughing nearly enough for their copper dragons.
I am
Hey,
laughing.
quick question. What's a beholder's
I'll
favorite
leave
food?
my mic on now.
What's a
Right.
beholder's favorite food?
Tell me.
Ice cream.
Oh,
That was a great joke. Love it.
You know,
I got one for you.
oh.
What's the difference between a 5-year-old and a vial of Twitch?
Yeah, Twitch jokes kill every time. Let's hear it.
I know it. Eric Clapton wouldn't let a vial of Twitch fall out his window.
Oh,
That's a joke. You should tell that joke in the other room to the people in bed. They probably would get that joke.
Eric who?
You-
Eric
you
the
know-
who? Eric the who?
Yeah.
you know, I don't understand why necromancers get so much hate. They just want to raise a family too.
yeah.
Yes, I mean, really.
Yeah. But seriously, necromancers are the worst, right?
They're bad,
Yes.
yes.
I mean, other than red dragons, but the necromancers are basically the worst.
Yeah, they're a
I mean,
threat to all
obvious-
comedy.
Obviously, red dragons are the worst. I mean, that's not even something you have to consider. Therefore, when you have to ask, then yeah, necromancers would be.
All right. So they go on to they're telling jokes, you're telling jokes. Meanwhile, they are explaining in between the jokes while wisecracking that this place is a transition point where they have figured out a safe way to. They haven't figured out how to cure someone of the Matrian Oath, but a safe way to let someone end their life. From if they've taken the Matrian Oath, they can safely end their life here, and that is what the pit is for. And they have transition stations where they counsel them through, make them comfortable, make sure that they are fully ready, and when they're fully ready, the pit is there for them to leap into. And it's a leap of faith that people take, and that's what happens.
So they help them or something? I mean, why is there
They help
blood on
them
the
jump.
top?
Oh. All right. Yeah.
I mean, these are just thoughts.
I'm
saying this
thinking
out
in my
loud.
mind that if I become a lich in order to save my soul, that I will try to keep my sense of humor.
Are you ready, Handuke? This is your leap of faith.
Maybe I should.
No, hey, Duke's not ready yet. He's still got life in him.
By the way,
I asked.
the leap of faith is a thing. That is definitely a thing. This is one of them. So
I say, well, dear dragons, maybe I could try to do the leap of faith and save my soul.
are you ready to go?
Do you want to be a
No,
hellborn
you
forever?
are not. You are not ready.
I mean, the star
not
god
ready,
is there.
He's
Perhaps
not
you.
ready, but just think about how oh shit he'd be on the way down. He'd be like, "No, oh shit, this was a bad idea."
It's a terrible idea, Hondu.
When he's not. He's not.
Hey, reminds me of some girlfriends I've had.
Yeah. So I don't think this is where we're supposed to be. It's been real good hearing their jokes, but I think we have more pressing matters, friends, to move on to, maybe.
Are you kidding? We have just met 2 dragons. This is not where we're supposed to be. This is the double doors. If you want to go, let's go. But I mean,
This, by the way, this pit is the joyful end.
This is the joyful end.
Oh.
This is what my God told me. This is how I'm going to save my soul. My God told me this is where I go. To
Yeah,
save my
you're
soul.
not ready yet.
All right, I get down on my hands and knees, and I start looking up through the ceiling and start murmuring, speaking in tongues. I start putting my hand in a big circle, my other hand in a circle, and I say, "Star God, what is What do you want me to do?
All right, roll.
What do you want me to roll?
Just roll what kind of a religion?
Okay. Oh, 21.
Okay, 21. That's good. That's good. And you have like a divine something action, right?
Yeah, I have a divination spell, which is a 4th level spell.
Okay, are you going to use it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, is it 3rd level?
To read me the divination spell.
Hold on 1 second, I'm pulling it up. Get. All right, here we are. I am put into contact with my God or God's servant. I ask a single question concerning a specific goal or event or activity about to occur within 7 days. The GM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. Doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that may change the outcome, such as casting of additional spells over loss or gain of a companion. All right, so I asked the star god, I say, should I jump in now, great star god?
That's your question?
Yes.
You feel the answer, and the answer is no. You are not ready.
Okay. All right, good.
I turn to the dragons before we even hear that, and I say in Draconic, if he jumps in, you guys should get him back, and I can heal him, and he can do it over again. Wouldn't that be great?
we could fly down and catch him right before he lands.
That'd be hilarious.
It'd be hilarious. But he'd probably die of a heart attack on the way down.
No, I'll heal him. Then he can do it again.
Our laundry bills are expensive enough without him soiling himself on the way down.
Luckily that's not your laundry bill.
Look at him. He looks like he's a lot of prunes.
That's ours. We gotta buy his funeral.
Yeah. He looks like he worries about his fiber intake. Make sure he keeps himself regular.
Do you charge these old people all their money that they have left to do this process?
They often don't have family left, so we of course take a donation. Of course we do. Of course.
So what's your motivation for doing this, Colo?
Do you know what happens when you die?
Well, I'll be in Alvis's bosom, but
when you've taken the oath, do you know what happens?
He turns into a hell maggot.
I am afraid that just like the gnomes of Mist Lake, I will turn into a hell maggot.
The gnomes of Mist Lake, I heard about this. What happened there?
Yes,
I've heard different stories. Not many survived.
We were attacked by...
you were there?
Yes.
So you saw. What happened?
Yes. Well, we were garrisoned into the Mist Lake fortress of the gnomes, and the leader of the gnomes was very polite. We had a nice time. All of the gnomes had taken the Matrian oath that was delivered to them by Mother Portibus, which you know is a hag.
Yes.
Which I did not know this at the time. And we were they were under siege by the army of the Asperians and the monks.
Joyless.
Another joyless group of individuals.
don't get jokes. They don't get them.
No.
Something about that mountain range. No comedy makes it through there.
And they suffer. They also suffer in some ways like the Matrians.
Every comedian we send over that mountain pass, they die in the clubs there.
They die. But yes, this is what we saw. And then after the battle there was a giant flood. It destroyed the fortress. All the gnomes were destroyed, and they turned into hell maggot zombies after their death.
Well, then you know what happens.
We do.
So you know why we have to put them in the well, in the hole.
So that is what will happen to me?
Yes.
But I don't want that to happen to me.
Well, you're not ready to jump in the well.
It won't happen to you, Handu.
We'll see. I'll see what I can do about it. We'll see what my God has in store for me.
It's a bad combination in Matria. You got the hags, and you got the necromancer.
Who is this necromancer? Folk?
No. His name is Lifka. Lifka Viva Riandi.
Viva Riandi.
He's the one that collects them when they die.
Have you spoken to this Cezanne?
No, we haven't. No.
There you
Not in a
traveled.
long time. They are we like them. We like you. You laugh at our jokes.
Yes. We like you. In my mind, I thought most dragons were murderous, destructive killers and cannibals. Now tell me, have you heard of the Tatine?
What do you know about the Tontine?
We learned of this at the Library of Calthax.
And what do you have to do with the Tontine? Are you here? Did someone send you here?
No, it's just
they start to back up. They start to orient themselves towards you, and they get real suspicious real fast.
Nobody sent us, but
Make a charisma check.
since my favorite enemy is dragons, do I have advantage on that?
It would be a diplomacy check, so that would be a no.
there is no diplomacy.
It is a diplomacy check.
There is no diplomacy.
There is whatever.
I've got a 22.
A charisma check.
Let me point you to the part of the Dungeon Master's Guide where it says, "But do whatever you want."
Yeah.
Persuasion.
So I
Somebody.
you, Mr. World, on that charisma check.
Yeah. That's Olazana. He was asked. He answered. It's a persuasion check.
I got a 4.
Okay, it's going sideways.
I'm very honest with them.
I know it's really going sideways. What exactly did you say?
I said
I'm
nobody
getting ready to
sent
hold
us
my
at all.
breath.
What's that?
Nobody sent us at all. Henduk got a letter that said to come talk to the Joyful End about stopping Matrians from getting souls. That's what we came through the door. We went through some traps.
Somebody's going to have to right this ship. It's going sideways. They have become very suspicious. And let me just go back. All right. Despite their gregarious and even-tempered natures, they possess a covetous, miserly streak and can become dangerous when their hordes are threatened.
And let me remind you guys, I've always said Tonsweens always go horribly sideways. It's a horrible thing. I don't know why people are talking about this, but please, Tick, save us. We're about to get gassed or lightninged.
Yeah, well, you wanted to be in here with these dragons while they told all the jokes when I wanted us to leave and you didn't. So I don't know why you're looking at me. I'm not a bard.
I'm not the one going up about Tontween or Tontines.
We need to convince them that we understand the Tontine and that we want to actually
I
ally.
do understand what the taunting is, but what I'm here to do is figure out how to stop the matrions so that my friends will help me stop Loggerman Feller from controlling the forest and ruining it so my people can come home.
Wait. Who?
Loggerman Feller, the dragon that ruined the Tallwoods.
That's not his name.
It's the name he goes by now.
That's what humans call him.
That's what the elves call them.
That is not what they call him.
What is his true name?
They are getting in a stance.
Sylvia,
Yes.
can you sing a song, please?
Sing a song for him.
She's a bard. They like bards. It's the only thing I got because some of you talk way too much.
Bringing up the green dragon that you've talked to the green dragon.
I didn't mention that I talked to him.
What did you say exactly?
I said I want to stop him because he took over the forest.
Well, what do you know about him?
I know that he...
Why do you know that name?
Because I'm an Eladrin, or people used to live in the forest. He drove
That's
us
not
out
what
of
they
it.
call him.
That's what we called him. That's the
That's
only name
not-
you ever gave me for him.
No.
Is that not? I thought Sylvanas was my king, and you just. I guess you didn't tell me what his name was to me.
I gotta go all the way back to. I'm running. Okay, hold on.
You're running.
Cyrano Arborfell? Maybe?
Yes,
Yeah.
Arborfell. That's his name, Arborfell.
Can I sing a song just
That's
mocking
right.
this dude?
That's right. It was Serrano Arborfell in the book, wasn't it?
Yeah, can I sing a song mocking that guy? And everyone else that set him off, please, or something? I'm sorry, my head is hurting. I can't think.
I mean, his name already mocks himself enough, right?
All right. We're going to call it here. Cliffhanger style.
Okay.
We're going to pick it up right here next week. That's exciting. Very exciting.